Good day. I am Eunice Ann Entegro, Teacher 1 from Rosario National High School. My study is entitled Assessment of Parental Perception and Involvement Towards Inclusive Education. Rationale. The Inclusive Education Program in RNHS has been running for 3 years now with 5 grade 9 students this school year. However, the full implementation of this program is still in progress, such as inconsistency in the schedule, curriculum, learning materials, assessment, and many more exist. This study aims to enhance the inclusive education setting that is suitable for learners with special educational needs, or LSENs, through a friendly parental involvement and feedbacking. Research questions. Number 1, what is the involvement of parents in inclusive education? 2, what is the parents' perception of the programs of inclusive education? 3, how does the perception affect in their parental involvement in inclusive education? Scope and limitation. Participants are limited in number. It focuses on the responses of the parents of high school LSENs. Data collection does not include the perceptions of the students with and without special educational needs, class advisors, and inclusive education teachers. And it does not examine internal factors such as academic performance, attendance, and behavioral records recorded by the LSEN's class advisors. Also, the analysis of the study does not quantify the data to be gathered and it lacks statistical interpretation. Research methodology. The respondents of the study are the parents of the LSENs who can voluntarily participate regardless of age, gender, socioeconomic status, or educational attainment. Again, LSENs or the learners with special educational needs are those who experience learning difficulties that make it harder for them to learn than most children and young people of the same age, and that is according to Cambridge Assessment International Education 2017. Data collection. The study employs the interview method in gathering the data needed. The questions are: number 1, what is your involvement in the education of your child? 2, is there progress in your child's cognition, socialization, emotional reactions, and psychomotor functions upon entering the inclusive education program? 3, what are the difficulties encountered by your child in the inclusive education program? 4, do you have any recommendations for the improvement of the inclusive education program? 5, how does your perception affect your involvement in the inclusive education program? The program caters students with learning disability, autism, difficulty in applying knowledge, difficulty in displaying behavior, and difficulty in communicating. Data analysis. For question number 1, what is the involvement of parents in inclusive education? The following are noted: familiarity with classmates in the inclusive class, monitoring of school activities, tasks, and requirements, supervision in academic queries, and attitude towards studying. Number 2, what is the parents' perception of the programs of inclusive education? For cognitive progress, academic improvement, reading, writing, computational abilities, and telling time. For social progress, increased socialization, and they express their feelings confidently. For emotional progress, they are sensitive to people's needs and they develop good study habits, such as reading books and lectures. And also, they develop their attitude, for example, less absence and tardiness. And there's nothing noted under psychomotor progress. The following are the difficulties: cooperation with the inclusive section, for instance, rehearsals for class performances, the behavior of the autistic classmate. Under recommendation, more school days for inclusive classes, and to consider the learning preference of the students. Number 3, how does the perception affect in their parental involvement in inclusive education? To dedicate more time to child's academic progress and willingness to cooperate with school personnel and teachers concerning child's attitude at school. Conclusion. In general, the feedback of the LSEN's parents towards the inclusive education program provided by the school is positive and very supportive. It raised awareness to regular class students about special education and encouraged sensitivity and understanding. Cognitive progress, social progress, and emotional progress were reported. However, it is suggested to lengthen the days allotted for inclusive classes while considering the learning preferences of the students. Recommendation. to put up an inclusive class in every school, to train more inclusive teachers who are able to deepen the content in specific subject areas, to provide inclusive teachers with materials that caters the learning preference of the LSENs, to lengthen the days allotted for inclusive classes. The following are the references. Thank you.